Okay, welcome back guys, and we're going to do today another tutorial which is going to be a little life hack on your Xbox One rechargeable power pack. Now, from time to time when you get these power packs, you'll find that they tend to lose their charge. Right? Now, you've got two options. You can then go online and spend some money buying new ones, but I don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take it apart and I'm going to see if I can put some new batteries in it. So let's get started. So what you've got to do is you've got to take the battery, okay? There's going to be a sticker that surrounds the battery, so peel that off. And then once you've peeled it off, you'll be able to see there's one battery there, and there's the other one on the other side. And they're the batteries we want to replace, but now we're going to have to take it apart, so get something that's plastic. Wouldn't suggest using anything that's going to be sharp or metal. And then prise that off, give it a little bit of force, and it just pops off. Now the case is open, we can see that these are the batteries we're going to need to replace. First things first though, make sure you remember which side is the positive and which side is the negative. So I've made a little mark here by scratching it in for the positive on the right and the negative on the left. But make sure you get that right, otherwise it won't work later on. Now I'm sure you could do some research online and figure out the exact batteries that are inside these sorts of battery packs, but all I know is that the AA is a little bit too big, but the AAA seems to be the right length, so we're going to use those. Next thing we're going to need to do is this connection, which is the back of the batteries, that makes the complete circuit, you see. We're going to need to remove it. So the only way to do that is by pulling them apart, but make sure that you give it enough force but not too much so you actually break it. So pull off one side, and then when you move to the other side, keep pulling, and then it pops off. Keep that because you're going to need it in a second. Now once you've got the replacement batteries you're going to use, make sure they're the right way around. Put those inside the case, and then once they're inside the case, we're going to use that little part to make the connection at the back of the batteries so we can complete the circuit. So we've got the batteries, we put them inside the case. We've got the connection strip which is bridging the two batteries and making the circuit. Now the only problem we have, because I haven't opted to use the same batteries that we originally removed, because to be honest I really don't know what type of batteries they are, please feel free to drop something in the comments and let me know, but I've used AAAs, and because the AAAs are thinner, there's a gap there in between the two where they don't touch, so it allows for some movement. Now we don't want any movement, because if you drop the controller then the movement could push the batteries together, it could break the connection, and then the actual power pack will stop working. So we need to find a way of actually stopping those from moving. To get round this, I'm going to use a glue gun. So what you need to do, if you have got a glue gun, is pick up the actual compartment there and run a line of glue just from the top to the bottom so it fills out that gap in between the two batteries. There you go. Now after I've done that, I'm going to put a line of glue across the top of each of the batteries. And the reason why I'm doing that is two things. One is because, as we said, they're not as thick as the original batteries, so it'll fill out that compartment, but hopefully that will actually adhere to the other side of the case, and when we put it together it'll stop all the batteries moving and keep it nice and solid. So snap that compartment back together again, making sure it all lines up, and when we've got all the sides there clipped in together and we're confident that's all in line, then we just replace the sticker, pull that round, secure it the other side, and now that'll hold everything together while the glue's going off. There you go. Now what we need to do is we need to test that battery to make sure it's working. So let's get the controller, and we'll do this all in one part so you can see that I haven't cheated and used a different battery pack. Slot that in. Let's turn it on. There you go, the light's on and it's working. Brilliant. So now what we need to do is we need to put them on the actual charging docking station and make sure that they charge. Now you'll see the lights appear at the bottom here. There we are, so the top one's on and the lights have come on, and the bottom one, give it a couple of seconds, they'll start to flash to show they're charging. The top one's started to flash, it's charging, and the bottom one's come on. Brilliant. Battery's changed, didn't cost a penny.